Brittany, it's me. Long time no see. I'm so sorry that I had to switch books on you, but I just could not get through the other book. It was horrible. And as you can tell, I just came home from swim a little while ago. But I have no homework tonight, really, so I was like, oh, I can post a video tonight. But I want to get through this because then I can chat to you for a little bit. Kind of ish, at least. Okay, so I chose to read Emma and the Watsons, or The Watsons and Emma Watson. Now, this is a novel unfinished by Jane Austen. And Joan Aiken decided to finish it for her. So I'm going to do the Jane Austen part, and then Saturday I'll post so I can catch up kind of ish a little bit. And I will go on with the Joan Aiken part. No, anyways, so Jane Austen begins. Where does she begin? Oh, by the way, I finished this book at like 1 o'clock the other night in the morning, and it was like Tuesday night. Never again. Okay, so we start off with the Watsons, and they're a family who lost their mother, and their father has become very ill, so they really have no income into the family, so they're kind of poorish. Like, they still have a maid, and I think they might have a cook. I think, possibly. I'm not 100% positive. But, like, they have helpers, that's what I'm trying to say. But, they're still poor, and, like, they still do their laundry, which other people in their family would be not so happy about. But anyways, you meet the Watsons, and, you find out that they had a daughter, their youngest daughter, Emma. And Emma was sent to live with her Aunt Maria. But Aunt Maria ended up getting married to this guy, Captain O'Brien, who lives in Ireland. And now Captain O'Brien is like, I don't like Emma, we can't take her to Ireland with us. So now they're like, well, Emma, you have to stay here and go live with your family back in England. And now she has like a burden on her family. So you start out with her talking to Elizabeth, and Elizabeth is all like, Elizabeth is like very nice. She's one of the nicest sisters. They are a family of 6 siblings. It is Elizabeth as the eldest, and then it goes, I think, Robert, their brother, then I think it may be Penelope, and then Sam, and then Margaret, and then Emma, I think. I'm not 100% positive. I know Elizabeth is the oldest, and Robert's the eldest brother. And yeah. So anyways, so then you start off with Elizabeth saying, they're getting ready to go to a ball, and Elizabeth's telling her all about like the families and the society, and they get on the topic of Purvius, and Purvius is a man who Elizabeth loved and lost because Penelope, her sister, younger sister, told him these different rumors about Elizabeth, saying that like she was untrustworthy and, you know, she was like a slut and everything like that. And Purvius believed her, and Penelope wanted Purvius to herself, but so she tried to get Purvius to like her, but Purvius didn't like her, so then he ended up getting married to some other lady, and they both lost out. And Elizabeth has loved Purvius ever since, and she refuses to marry anyone else because of that. Yes. And so now she says to Emma, I wouldn't trust Penelope if I were you, because Penelope is a conniving little girl who will do whatever she can to get a husband. And she's off right now trying to get a husband, Mr. Harding, but you don't know about that yet. Well, you know about that, but you don't know what happens with them yet. And you talk about, oh, and then there's a rich family who their father is very good friends with, the Edwards. And Emma ends up going to the Edwards because the Edwards take her to the ball, and you meet Mary Edwards, and their older brother, their second oldest brother, Sam, their only other brother, Sam, likes Mary Edwards, but the Edwards don't like Sam because he's trying to be a surgeon, and they don't really like surgeons because he doesn't have that good of an income. So Mary's kind of like iffy on him. She doesn't really know. So now she's like, well, you have to make sure, Elizabeth says to Emma, you have to make sure you see who and Mary dances with, so that we can tell Sam, so that Sam can see if he has a chance with Mary or not. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going fast. I only have like less than a minute left. And, let's see. And I talked about that. And Tom Musgrove, there's Tom Musgrove, who's a very big flirt who comes into this their world, and he's like he's handsome, nice, you know, and then he like flirts with all these girls, and he started out with Elizabeth and then went to Penelope. Now he's on Margaret, I think that's her name, I hope that's her name. Margaret, their other sister, and Margaret's like totally infatuated with him, and she's like, oh my god, Tom, 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 Tom. So she went away to go live with Robert for a couple months so that she could get Tom jealous, and I definitely don't have enough time to do this. I only have 15 seconds left. Yeah, and so then she goes dances, and then she meets the Osborne family, and I will talk about them later. Bye, Brittany.